Now then, my friends, in today's vlog, boy have I got a treat for you. In fact, it's more of an honour for me because I am off to interview the legend that is Joe Quaranta. You'll all know him from the iconic Bobby's Bar on Veronicas Strip that was featured on Sky TV's Tenerife Uncovered and Tenerife's King of Clubs. It was also on Channel 4's Big Brother in 2017. I want to find out what he's been doing since Bobby's Bar and what he's up to now. I'm really excited about this one. Got to say, a little nervous at the same time. I used to watch him on TV many years ago and I saw him on Big Brother as well, so I'm super excited about this one and I cannot wait. Don't forget to like, subscribe, click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Follow me on Instagram, which is down there. Now without further ado, my friends, let's go. Oh, it is a warm one today. So I'm going to meet him near his bar, Wigan Pier, and I've got armed with me a list of questions that I want to ask him. I'm not going to reminisce and focus too much on the past. I've got a few questions that I want to ask. Just want to find out what he's been doing and where he's gone. I've had lots and lots of people on my channel in the comments saying, have you ever seen the owner of Bobby's Bar? And then they've gone, oh, Joe, and then his name and stuff. So I want to find out exactly what he's been doing, but more to the point, I want to find out where he's going from here and what his plans are with his new venture. So come on, onwards. Okay, so I'm going to meet him in Costa Adeje, where the bar is. So I'm going to grab a taxi. Quickest way for me to get there from Los Chris. Onwards. Okay, so I'm a little early. Wigan Pier there. The flacker next door. We'll keep an eye out for him. Okay, so it's easy to find. Right over from the bar here, Princess. What a beautiful day today. Okay, my friends, well, I am with a guy that needs no introduction whatsoever, because you already know him. It's Joe Quaranta from Bobby's Bar and Tenerife Uncovered and Tenerife King of Clubs. And I've been corrected on the first take that we did that it isn't Channel 4's Big Brother, it's Channel 5's Big Brother.
Shit one, yeah, that's it. It was better at Channel 4. You could watch it live, stream it. It's Channel 5, they like to, you know, mix shit up, but anyway, that's another story.
I'm going to be using the beep machine.
Yeah, I can't retake. Sorry about that.
No retakes. We're going right in. We're going right in. So I'm reading off of a script here because I've got some questions that I'm going to ask you.
Go fire away.
And if you don't like any of them, you're going to tell me
to pass.
Yes, that's it.
I will just use the other word, beep it out.
I'm going to get you to swear though at the end of it,
okay,
because I want you to say something. I used to watch the show, so.
Okay, all right.
Okay, so we're not going to focus too much on the past, as we want to know what you're up to now. So I've got some questions for you. Number one, Where have you been in the last few years, and what have you been up to? I've had loads of my viewers asking, have I seen you on the island? And I did see you down at Veronicas Strip last year, I believe.
To be quite honest with you, I have been here for the past 6 years, but like in and out, like keeping a low profile. But then like I've done the Big Brother and that, I suppose that was only 3 years ago. But I've been living here. I haven't really been doing anything, but just keeping like waiting for the right options to come up.
Yeah.
Not that I needed to do anything anyway. So, but just waiting for what options to come and just waiting, and then Big Brother come in. Had to do that and then come back and again just waited, and then we got locked down, and
then where it brings us to here.
Brings us to where I am today.
Did you enjoy Big Brother?
Look, you could put it this way. You could say over 25 million people applied for it. 20 years. I think it's about 400 or less than 450 people got to enter it. I entered it. Enjoyed parts of it, but most of it was, these people that believe in reality TV, they really need to knock their head on it, because it's not what they seem. It's like you're being used like a guinea pig. You know what I'm saying to you? They tell you when to sit down. They tell you when to eat. They tell you when to go to the beach.
Really?
Yeah. Even if you've got no toilet paper, you have to wait a few hours for that. Or if you want some water and it's hot at 12 o'clock, you'll ask them at 12 o'clock and they'll give it to you about 6 o'clock. So it's not all smooth.
I can't imagine you take it to that very...
well, that's what they want, don't they? They want you to get you like, and then you have an argument with an 18-year-old, and all you turn around and go is, oh, why don't you jokingly say F off to somewhere, and he takes offensive to it, and you think, okay, watch how you speak to him, otherwise, you're going to get in trouble. Joe, can you come to the diary room, please? And I had many of them.
Would you do it again?
I should have done it with my partner. We should have entered together, because it was a couple's. So if I'd done it with her, yeah, I wouldn't go in there on my own, unless they paid you well and everyone was a similar age, not that there's a 25, 30 age gap, because it just doesn't work, you know what I mean?
And secondly, a lot of my viewers also say, where's Joe from Bobby's Bar? Is that something you want to shake off, or are you still proud of it?
I would never, listen, there's, how can I put it? A lot of people waste their lives doing absolutely nothing. I've achieved something that I don't care how people look at it, I will pat myself on the back. I'll come on this island, like I said, just for a holiday. Started PRing, next minute I bought a little bar. From the little bar then became one of the most famous nightclubs. You know, to get footballers, boxers, famous boxers, even actors coming in there to say hello to me, gangsters coming in there. Then, of course I'm very proud of it. I mean, when you go past there now and you see it, and it's not the same. Of course it's not the same. Things changed. 1986 to 91, there wasn't a better place on the island, and I'm very proud of it. I've got it tattooed on my back. Why shouldn't I be? And what I achieved there, like I said, I mean, people have met, people have married, they've had children. The people that work for me are all scattered everywhere. They're all doing really great. They're now famous DJs, or everywhere. So why shouldn't I be? So yeah, of course I am.
I'm pleased to hear that, because you get a lot of famous people and celebrities who want to shake that off. What's made them famous?
No, well, probably. Listen, when you get in that category, not that I'm sounding my own trumpet, because you come well known to the eye. You can tell when people they want to talk to you, or they want to get a picture. You understand that celebrity status, you know what I'm saying to you, that it can be a bit taunting, but if you know how to handle it, then I think a lot of these, they hide and try and make out, but if you just take it, they made you your money, so why can't you then talk to them? You can't talk to all of them, depending how big or famous you are. I mean, I'm not that famous. I'm literally to the normal people. You're not status famous, so but I'm proud of it. So.
Famous enough to get on Channel 5.
I was going to say, yeah, pass. Got me there.
Now, you've been in Tenerife. You've been on Tenerife many years now.
Yeah.
What keeps you here and what do you love about it?
Well, I'm glad I'm here now, aren't I? You can imagine, like, you can walk around 99% of the time and it's lovely weather. You've got the beaches, you've got the freedom. It's not compact like in England and cold, grey. You know, you've got more space. You've got more space to enjoy yourself. It's not, like I said, it's not like 24 hours here. It's like in England, it's 24 hours. Boom, 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 quick here. The famous word, mañana, mañana. You go for something tomorrow. You want something tomorrow. Am I going to get my breakfast tomorrow? Do you know what I'm saying to you? That's what it's all about. Mañana, mañana.
And it's challenging times for everyone at the moment, especially in your line of business.
Yeah.
But it hasn't put you off. Does it just make you more determined? And I know what kind of a character you are, so it must.
Well, do you know the funny thing is, like, a lot of people, well, most, like I said to you before off camera, you've got friends that will, you know, like you for what you're doing, and so you'll get some jealous people, but they would never admit it. You know, backstabbers that will talk behind your back. The funny thing is, the opportunity come in lockdown, and like I said, it's not like you've got different zones, and it is like where we are up here in Fanny Bay. There's no hotels, but I thought, listen, I looked at the bar and it looked, I'm not being funny, it looked like a, can I say shithole?
Yeah, yeah.
I've transformed it already. First 2 weeks, we opened 4 weeks ago, first 2 weeks, we had these families coming in and we done pretty well considering, like, from what they were doing. But the funny thing is, I said I was opening a bar, and then the next day they said the lockdown was coming off, so a lot of people must have thought I must have had inside information why I'm opening up the bar, but it weren't nothing like that. But like I said, it doesn't matter who you are. If there's no people on this island, we all eat we all eat from them. From the moment they land at the airport, the taxi people, they bring you here. They earn the first bit of money, and they feed their family. They take them to the hotel. Now with all this 24 all-inclusive, which I think killed the island. When it wasn't like that, people go to the hotel, pay for the hotel, then go to the restaurants. The restaurants make money. Then people go to the bars, spend money, make up. So everyone makes their money, but it's not like that. It is very challenging, but do you know what? I'm doing all right.
I've seen you, how you're driven.
I mean, you know, got Elvis Presley, Tom Jones, Lady Gaga, we've got them all. We've even got a reggae band, and last night we smashed it, so.
Well, do you know what loads of people have asked me? Is there any live, I mean, it must be thousands of people, is there any live acts on in the island? And I've always said, well, I'm not sure where.
Well, I'm a live act, sorry about that. Beep, I'm a live act every night. There's a lot of good acts everywhere, and a lot of bars have got good acts. The only thing with it that I'll say is there's quite some of them that have been going on for years, and the island needs to update. You know, there's nothing wrong with the old ones, but there's a lot of good live acts in different bars that, you know, I've never had to deal with acts because I've had a nightclub. I only had to deal with DJs and rappers and go up against Ministry of Sound or Sound the Cream or things like that. So it's quite a new thing to see the acts now. But I understand if you've got an act on, people walk past, it does help. But it's challenging again because you've got no people. But we've had a few acts in there and they brought in some people. And last night we got this wicked reggae band and we absolutely smashed it. So.
Superb. So let's move on to your new project.
Yes.
The Wigan Pier.
The Wigan Pier.
Wigan Pier. What are your plans for Wigan Pier and who is it aimed at?
Who's it aimed at? What do you mean, who's it aimed at?
Is it aimed at families? Is it aimed at...
It's a family bar. It's It's like I said, it looked a bit grotty to me before. I've just a little lick of paint and change some seating areas and things. Has been a family bar, even though you get questioned about the history of it or whatever. People don't care about the history of Wigan. I know where Wigan is because I've got a lady that comes from up there, only 10 minutes away. So I don't care if it's Wigan, Scotland, London or whatever. I'm changing it the way I want. I want to play, put some acts in there, play a bit of Motown, a bit of everything that keeps a family happy. If family want to come in there for breakfast, when it's all over, then breakfast. If they want to come for lunch, they can come for lunch. If they want to do karaoke, they can do karaoke. If someone wants to come there and sit on a nice settee and buy a bottle of Smirnoff and be flashed, they can even do that. So it's for everyone, you know what I mean? It's about, forget the name and everything, it's about me having a bar, and if you want to come and see me, fine. If you don't, I don't really give a... And that's putting it bluntly. And if you come in there, you're going to get looked after, and you'll have the best act. It'll be me.
That's it. He's the act.
I'm the act. I'll try and act
It's
every
one of my
night.
questions in a bit, actually.
Yeah.
So what about, you've got live acts. What kind of acts are they lined up? I think you've already answered that. Lady Gaga,
I
Tom
think
Jones.
yeah, we haven't. We've had Elvis Presley. We had Tom Jones last night. We've got the OGs, Thomas and Sebastian coming up. We've got Lady Gaga. We've got Dragalicious. I've got a very good friend of mine that I'm not going to mention it because he's quite famous on the island. And I wouldn't want to say, but he's had his own bar, another drag act, and if I get that person, then you know. So all depends what's available, really. Do you know what I mean? I forgot. I mean, we've got a charity do tomorrow, and there's a lot of acts playing. They're all coming in to do a 20-minute slot. It's to feed the people without food in Tenerife, so we're doing a charity for that. So I will probably see more. I think we've got about 15 acts tomorrow, all coming in to do 20-minute slots. So I'll get to see who's good and who's bad, and then I'll say, right,
There you go.
I'll book you for Wigan Pier. Don't worry about this place. You know what I mean? So yeah.
I like your style. And you serve food?
Yeah.
What kind of food are you serving?
There's a few little starters, nachos and things like that. Goat's cheese. I tell you, there's two things. I wouldn't just say it. The burgers here are absolutely beautiful. Chicken burgers. Yeah, is it pizzas? I mean, steak and things like that were taken off the menu because of the lockdown. Because obviously, if you don't sell it, you can't freeze it, and then you've got to sell steak properly. You know, if you know how to cook steak, you can have it in the fridge. You can't then have it in the fridge for 2 days and then try and store it because you're going to lose. So when obviously because of lockdown we stopped. So, but we'll wait, and then but it's okay. Listen, if you're a bit hungry, if you want a portion of chips, I'll make you chip that if you want.
That sounds good. Sounds proper, that does. Now, you were always very hands-on with Bobby's Bar, I know, because I was in Bobby's Bar years ago when I was a lot younger. I'm laughing because I'm thinking about some of the stuff that happened. I always used to see you running around every night. You were literally there every night. You were hands-on. Is it going to be the same for Wigan Pier? Are people going to see you here when they visit? Because you are going to be an attraction for them to be here.
Like the difference with Wigan Pier is that they open in the morning, like midday, till whatever time we're allowed at the moment, at 11 o'clock. It'd be impossible for me to
Be there all the time.
So at the nightclub it was easy, I mean, because I'd get there at 10:30, 11 o'clock at night, and most nights I would stay there till 6 o'clock, so then I wouldn't have to be there, you know, enjoying my daytime. Wigan Pier, like I said, it's open all day, and unless there's big games on like a Saturday or a Sunday, which there has been like 2 weeks ago, Ricky Hatton Come here on the island for 4 days. Joe, you got the Man City game on? Yep. You got breakfast? I'll have it all ready for 12:30. Ricky, come down. And, you know, so the big games, I'll come down because I know the big boys that come out, or the big supporters. No, I'm not being rude in saying whether it's just a smaller game, but, you know, Manchester United, Man City, any derby, you know, Liverpool, Chelsea, any big games like that, or any Scottish games, you know, Rangers, Celtic. So it all depends on that. If it's an early kick-off, then I will come down, stay, and then go home and come back. But normally, 99% of the time, I'll be down here overnight time from about 7 o'clock, because you just can't do it.
You can't do it.
No, you know, I'll be like, and I'm not doing that to my beautiful face.
Notice he didn't mention Leeds, by the way.
Oh, and Lee, actually, well, listen, no, I've got family from Leeds, do you know what I'm saying? And not only that, Arsenal playing Leeds this week.
Oh, there you go.
Look, they done well the first game and all of a sudden they crumbled, but they got their 10 points. No, they're all right, Leeds, I like Leeds.
Oh, my girlfriend and children are from Leeds, but...
Yeah. Is it Huddersfield, near Huddersfield, there's a road up there, I forget about it.
Oh, the actual road
The first time I ever went, this is a funny story, I went and saw a very good dear friend of mine in Bradford. You know, they say Bradford and Leeds, don't you?
Yeah, yeah.
So anyway, they come and pick me up in a limo, and we was in Bradford. 30 seconds later, he said, we're in Leeds. I said, Dad. He said, well, that's how, do you know the town? That's how quick it is. One moment you're in Bradford, and
next you're in Leeds.
In Leeds. Fascinated. No wonder they call it Bradford and Leeds. Yeah.
I've got to go back to Leeds.
No.
What are this is going to be a bit difficult, and I'll put the date below when this was filmed, but what are the opening hours at the moment? It's difficult, isn't it?
Well, like I said, normally every day is 12 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on what day, Saturday or Sunday. Most days you're probably, like today we've been already open from, it's Friday. I suppose Friday, the weekend we open midday because you're thinking you're going to get the new arrivals and everything. Listen, you can look round, you can't see one person, but we've got 4 people in the bar having breakfast. Is it worth it? Of course it's worth it. We gave them breakfast, you know what I'm saying? So you don't know, but most days we are open on at 12 o'clock, 80%, 100% by 2 o'clock.
And you do have a Facebook page,
Yeah.
So I'm going to put the Facebook page in the description below, and that'll give you the updates on what acts are on as well, I believe.
Yeah, but don't try and add me as a friend because I'm full. You can follow me if you like and see all the crap that I'll come out with.
I think it's Wigan Pier's face. I'm not going to put your personal.
Oh well, thank you for that.
I won't put your personal.
Wigan Pier, that's it. Put it on Wigan Pier. Oh, we got actually. I started doing a Wigan Pier Instagram.
Right, so I'll put
Wigan
both.
Pier Tenerife. That's it.
I'll put both them in the description below. Now, finally, I've had lots of people come up to me and say, "I'm only here because of you, because they've seen me on YouTube." But then they go, "I was apprehensive to get on a plane to come to Tenerife because I've worried about it, you know." But then they've got here. And they've gone, oh, it's amazing, it's wonderful. Tell these people, there's nothing to be worried about.
But what do you mean what they're worried about?
They're worried about whether, you know, the current situation, I can't name the word, because you two aren't allowed to name
Right,
it.
well, let me put it to you this way. It's funny you should said that. About a week ago, when they decided that they were going to put the lockdown, the hours 12 to 11 o'clock. There was about 10 Irish guys. I didn't know they were Irish. I went up there. They were disputing with my waiter. It was 9 o'clock at night. They were disputing that they wanted to pay €1 for a pint. So I said, listen here, you F. You're paying €2. Or otherwise I'm going to get on the phone to Conor McGregor. Right, so they all started laughing. I said, you're coming down there and you're buying a drink. They came down there and they stood there, they were there for about an hour and a half, and they all had about 2 or 3 pints each. And plain and simple question to him, I said, why, how long are you here for? 3 weeks. But why have you come? Do you know what they said? This should answer your question. Where would you rather be at this moment in the lockdown? That you can walk about freely, you haven't got no one near you, you've got the weather, you've got the beaches, you've got restaurants, or would you rather be cold, not allowed to go nowhere, freezing your cods off? That's not a swear word, by the way. Cod is like fish. So
I'm slightly disappointed that he's not swearing.
yeah, I'm being polite, you know, when I have to be. But of course, you know, if you're allowed to leave there and you can afford it, it's all, you know, listen, a lot of people are struggling. A lot of people, if you can afford to book somewhere, you're better off to, instead of being locked down, that you can walk about, be free, and not worry about it for 2-3 weeks. It all, again, some people are fortunate enough to have money to do that. Most people haven't. So, but I'd easily pick weather, a million beaches. You know, no one's in your face. No buses or anything. No, you know, so.
And finally,
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. I bet I can read you like.
What am I going to say?
You're going to ask me to say something that I used to say in Bobby's or something like that.
I am, yeah. But I'm going to ask you to change it now.
Without the what?
Because what I want you guys to do is, right, I want you to get yourself down to Wigan Pier.
Change it,
Right, we're going to change it now because you used to say it on the Sky One. And when you get yourself down to Wigan Pier, I want you to support this guy. Because you've been asking me where he is. I've found him. He's here. He's in Wigan Pier.
Banya Bay.
So yeah, in
next to La
Banya Bay.
Flaca.
That's it, next to La Flaca, in Banya Bay. I'm going to swear now, so he's here. So come and see him. I'm going to have to bleep that out. Now I want you to say it. You've got to say, get yourself down to,
Right.
you used to say...
No. At the beginning it used to be, it don't matter where you come from, it's where you're at. You're in Tenerife, and you're in Wigan Pier. So get your asses down there, come and support me, and have a laugh. God bless you all. But it used to be la la, Bobby's bar, do you know what I mean? But there's a swear word for you.
Thank you very much.
It's a pleasure, mate.
Thank you for your time. That's absolutely superb. Guys, remember, I found him. You asked me, come and see him.
If you come in and say, ooh la la, Wigan Pier, I might even give you 10% off, or a kick in one of the two.
Cheers. Okay, so in a taxi now back to Los Cristianos. I have to say that was an excellent interview, and what a lovely guy Joe is. Show him some support, head down to Wigan Pier. That's all from me today. Don't forget to like, subscribe and click that little bell for notifications of when I upload new videos. Follow me on Instagram, which is down there. Remember, stay safe, stay positive, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Any questions that you don't want to answer, just tell me.
I will, don't worry about that, I will.
I'll beep it out.
I'm not f***ing, listen, I'm not f***ing shy, believe me. Listen, it don't get you nowhere.